Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast episode 652. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsad,
Ahoy.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo.
Cool. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to 652 of the Gamecast. We are live streaming on Twitch Tuesday night starting at 8 o'clock, so please join us live. Love to hear from you guys. We have MovieCast first, usually Gamecast following. Do some bonus rounds on occasions. Topics, as we just had, talk about the Flash on the MovieCast. So if you if you need the Flash,
More like the
jump
flush.
in there. Ooh, the flush.
The flush.
So, but we're on YouTube the following day, so subscribe to that channel and get the latest
Okay.
videos if you missed the
We're
live
gonna-
channels.
Try to keep me angry throughout this entire podcast, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk about Elden Ring then. No, no. So yeah, guys, welcome to the Gamecast. What have you been up to, Mike? Kick us off then. Just kick us off. What have you been up to?
Whatever, man. What was that? What I have? I don't even know. You know what I did actually? You'll like this, and I don't want to even give it to you. I don't even want to tell you what I'm up about because you don't deserve it.
Oh,
You
we
guys
don't
don't
deserve
deserve
something. Oh no.
You don't deserve
Oh
it.
no.
You
Oh
guys have to
no.
listen to the
Did Mike
movie
finally
cast
play a
after
Zelda
this.
game? Is that it?
No, although I tried to. I told you that, but it broke.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right. That's right. You said that. Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
but no, I got $60 for Father's Day. Thank
Nice.
the people who gave me that. So I decided, since the demo experience was okay enough, to purchase Street Fighter.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Mortal
we'll
Kombat's
see.
been disappointing, so
Wow.
and
So
no
I got.
justice anytime soon.
I gotta know, man. Like, how you? What's the feedback here? How you been doing it?
I've just started. I'm just doing the world
Okay.
tour. I figure that will be
I like the world tour.
Yeah,
sort of like a crash course on how to play the game
Yeah.
a bit.
But it seems like
Um,
almost like a mini, like watered down Yakuza almost.
It is. That's what I said. Like last week, it just feels like Yakuza to me.
I guess. I mean, I was surprised there were little mini games in there.
Yeah, it
I've
does
had,
feel
I've had
like-
a couple.
It just feels like that, doesn't it? Except for when you go into a fight, you literally go into an actual Street Fighter fight. But it's like anybody. You can challenge,
yeah.
the woman with a stroller down the street in that game and fight her in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So I
So
just
we'll see if I can fully get into it. What the hell? Because I did switch to
I was gonna ask you,
classic.
okay.
Because after the first chapter, I just wanted to get into more of the depth. But the moves where it's like a golden arrow one direction and then then a normal colored arrow the other direction. Does that mean you have to hold it down for a
Yeah, it's
certain amount of down?
That's a hold.
It's probably charged for
For how long?
2 seconds. I think it's generally.
It's a 2-second hold usually.
Because I've had major problems getting those to pop. So
Those are tough.
other
Those are
than,
tough moves. That's why. I
Mhm.
mean, Guile's a good warm up fight for that to learn those holds and back for time.
mean,
That's back and
again-
forward, not forward and back.
I'm not too far, obviously. I'm just like in the Chun-Li area now. But we'll see. We'll see if I can get it. If I get it, we'll see. But the mode, the demo lets you do like that first section. And I'm like, well, this could be something, even if it's like not my favorite style of fighting. There's enough diversion here. I can mess around with this character, and So we'll see. We'll see if I.
You
I
get to
stick with
create it. It's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
I love the customization of the character. That was
Yeah.
really in depth for a fighting game. I was like, Jesus, this is a lot of customization for this.
Yeah. So
you get gear
we'll see.
customizations and stuff like that. I like it.
PS5, Mike?
Yeah. Apparently there's crossplay anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I'm ever
You
gonna
need
really
PS
go
Plus though,
online.
or at that.
I'm sure you do. That's
I don't know. Probably I have that, but
Mm.
even though I don't play online too often on PlayStation, but
Yeah. That's cool though.
yeah.
Like, I'm excited to hear more, and I actually want to. We'll have to get some matches together now that we can do crossplay, anyways. So.
this is I'm gonna get wrecked. I don't know this shit, but the other thing I've been
My
playing.
timing's not there still, so you'll be all right.
Yeah.
But go on.
And the other thing I've been playing is just partly, because of all the Starfield news, I decided I would try to start up the Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Cool.
So I'm playing Mass Effect 1 again, and it's pretty old feeling,
Sure.
even with the new adjustments. But once you get to the Citadel, again, the Citadel is just in Mass Effect 1 especially. It's just you love just getting lost there. Like I don't particularly want to fight. I just want to do Citadel stuff, and I don't know if I'll try to go through the whole thing. We'll see, but
my problem is
pretty good.
my problem is I own that game. My problem is hours to gameplay. Like I don't know when the hell I'm ever gonna fit that in.
Well, yeah. Well, you guys, you have
Jedi Survivor, Jim. You still have.
Yeah, and I got Jedi Survivor. I got
you guys have Final
Fighter,
Fantasy and a Zelda, which I do not.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I have
is there wrapper on that Jedi Survivor, Jim?
No, it's open.
Oh, it looked like there was wrapper on one of them. Maybe I'm wrong.
It was just the glare.
Oh, okay. I got you.
No, there's no wrap on that. There's, and I even have this little gem.
Yeah, I know.
What is that?
That's
Xenoblade 3.
Yeah,
Which I finally finished like a few weeks ago.
Coming up in
So you guys,
a year there.
No, I haven't.
You guys got stuff for the summer. I pretty much have an opening until September at this point.
We got Street Fighter Remastered.
I mean, most of this I didn't pay. I mean, I've traded in stuff for. I think Jedi Survivor, I had credit, so I got it for like.
No, I'm not talking about price at all. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Biting off more than you can chew, my friend.
I did because I've been playing. My stepdaughter's been home now because summer has started, so we played a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy more, and the game is fantastic. What's funny is I'm playing this game with her, and we're going through it, and my God, man, I'm like, any other year, like this is like, I mean, it should be in conversations of game of the year. It will be for a lot of people. It just won't be mine. And it's an incredible game. It's such an amazing the Wizarding World that they've painstakingly recreated in this is just unbelievable. Even like the nooks and crannies of places that you just find little gems. You're like, this is so cool. This is not even part of the story missions. Like you would never even, they just put it in here. Like you may not even stumble across it.
Yeah, for the fans, right?
Yeah. It's amazing what they put in this game, and it's so impressive. The combat is so well done. But for me, the meat and potato, like what I've been playing most of, is obviously Tears of the Kingdom, and it's just it's just amazing what you can do in this game. It's just so fun to figure out how you're going to kill enemies, and
maybe in August I'll get that because my brother has a physical copy, but he has to be done with it before I get it. I'm not going to buy it. I don't know if I'll like it or not, but I will try that.
Yeah, I'm on the I'm at the end of I'm basically at the end of the second temple. Whatever order you're doing. I'm at the end of the water temple. I'm sorry, my second temple. I went out in the world. This is the problem. Like I was telling Tony over the weekend, we had the camp out, and I was telling him the problem with the game is if you take a little break, like a day or even a day off, like you come back, you're like, what was I doing? I'm like, so. What I try to do is I leave myself, like if I open a shrine up, I try to leave myself in the shrine when I stop playing, so I remember to that's where I'm at, just finish it. It's tougher though when you're like out in the world. Like I was like, okay, what was I doing here? So you get sidetracked. Like for a while today, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get more of the water temple done, and then I'm like, I'm not very strong really yet, so I want to get more heart containers. I need one more section for my stamina gauge to have 2 bars around, the 1 bar around it, 1 extra bar.
Yep.
So I wanted to get like 10 or 11 heart containers. So I started just going the towers and jumping off and then gliding to different shrines and doing shrines. And then as you're gliding, you're like, oh, I could probably make that tower. So I was like, okay, I made another tower, and and then I'm like, okay, I didn't get any shrines yet, so I got to do more shrines. So I have to say, I did find the Water Temple's shrine. I haven't finished it because that is fucking tough.
What do you have to do with that one again?
It's the building little machines to fight the little like sentry bot things.
Oh, you're building killer Roombas. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's what they are. They're seeking destroyers, but like, because I think I need better equipment, like gear wise, armor. I just take so much damage when I get hit. So like, even if I get nicked with an arrow, I'm like, oh Jesus, that hurt. And so you're trying to build things while they're shooting you with arrows, and it's just like I died there a few times.
Is this one where they take the equipment away from you, or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's true. That's right. It's true. But I just need more heart containers. That's what it was. I was going for heart containers. That's why. I probably can finish the temple before I finish that shrine because it's just like
Yeah, I mean,
you don't need to
beat the
yeah.
you don't need to beat the shrine to teleport there. So I mean, you can just come
No,
back.
I know you got it. So that's what I thought, but I don't know. It's impressive. Like again, that's another conversation. You can have like an hour conversation just on that shrine probably about how you could do it. It's impressive. It really is, and I think that's it. Did I play anything else besides Street Fighter? Yeah, a little more Street Fighter. That's about it for me. More Street Fighter, but in the the world tour. That's what I'm playing. I like that. It's very basic, but I like it. So maybe Mike, maybe that'll get me to play more Yakuza games
Maybe. I mean,
because
they're
it's
all
very
there on
similar.
Game Pass.
Yeah,
You just
very
held
similar
up
stuff.
like 4 games that are like 50+ hours.
Playing tomorrow. I'm saying like end of the year, Christmas time.
End of the year. You think you're gonna be done
Yeah.
with those?
Yeah, I get 'em. I have time. This is it, man. I'm going through. This is the Zelda week right now. This is the week. Here we go. Let's see how far
That's
I
it.
get this week in Zelda.
Okay.
Next
Okay.
next podcast. Next
Okay.
podcast.
Yeah.
Let's see where I'm at.
Yeah, we'll see.
Big month
So-
coming up for you.
This is my big. This is my break time. So
Okay,
I have
This is
now,
the summer at gym instead
yeah.
of
I mean,
summer at Jordan.
my break time literally started like I'm finished up work today. So I've been on vacation, but I haven't been able to do anything because I'm still working. So I finally finished everything today that I need to get done before the actual end of the school year was done. So I'm ready to roll now. So I got not much planned and a lot of games to play. So
Interesting.
all right, Corey, what have you been playing?
Diablo mostly,
Nice.
but
Yes.
I do want to say I do want to mention first that I played the Final Fantasy 16 demo,
Oh,
and it's a gorgeous game. Like it looks like what you think of Final Fantasy should look. It's like those cutscenes from back in the day, and it just goes from a cutscene and right into gameplay, and you're playing it.
it's like in your head what you
Mhm.
envision the game to be
Yeah,
anyways.
so then the action I think is a little smoother. So it's very basic right now, obviously because it's the beginning of the game. You're essentially just starting off from where you start the game. It's not like they're taking a section of it because this will carry over, I believe, into
Yeah, it's the prologue. You probably the first
yeah.
2 hours of the game or whatever. So
Right, and so it's a lot. You're just getting started, just kind of teaching you everything, and like there's a sequence in the game, just basically, oh, you're learning how to fight, and you're learning how to use your skills and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, as far as they've shown, it looks like there's a lot to it. Like the menus is like I see there's a lot of potential to. I think that is a balloon in the background, losing its air. But yeah, so like. It's got a lot of potential, and like it's amazing to see that back in like the medieval setting, like I said before, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. They're like you start off right away in this huge battle sequence, which there's a lot of story, obviously prologue, a lot of story going on in the beginning. I think the first 45 minutes I played, I barely did anything because it's just like you run through a sequence, and it's like the
feels
first
like
thing
Metal
you
Gear
do is,
Solid
like,
type. Yeah.
yeah, and the first thing you do, I think, is like a quick time event. It's like the first thing, and it's like, really?
it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't like the demo you played at the beginning, right? I mean, so it's like the beta.
Well, it's just this is just
Yeah.
it's just the
I will
prologue
say-
to the game. But
Yeah,
yeah, like very.
I will say at
very,
one point, I was playing that game and I'm like, I can't stop at this point. Like I'm still in the middle. They're still talking to me. I want to leave.
Wait,
I was like
you
just
got-
trying to get a little in.
You got a
No, I played the
PS5?
beta. I played the PS. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the Diablo stuff. My apologies.
No, this is Final Fantasy 16.
My fault. My fault.
Mhm.
My fault. Yeah, Final Fantasy. I thought you were on Diablo for some reason. I'm like, I knew you said Final Fantasy 16 and you played the demo of it. My apologies. My brain went away from that.
That balloon
But
was
yeah,
Jim's,
no, I mean, I'm
Jim's
super
brain going on
excited.
vacation. Like, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I guess.
You
Yeah.
need it more than you know.
No, I definitely do. But
yeah, so
but go on. No,
Final
yeah,
Fantasy
sorry.
16.
I was distracted by the balloon sound.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Also, where like some of the faces are a little bit too like
Pretty
weird looking.
clean, weird. Okay.
Yeah, it's, was it hyper realistic? Not hyper realistic. It's just like that uncanny valley.
Uncanny
almost.
Valley, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what they, once they get into the swing of things. I'm like, uh-oh.
Are you getting it? That's a big question.
Probably not right away. That's the problem, because like Diablo's just taking over right now
Yep.
for me.
No, I feel. I
And,
mean, most people, like my brother included.
Yeah.
That's what
That's the
I've heard.
thing is like, I played the demo of Final Fantasy. Like, just kind of want to go back to Diablo right now because I got my character up.
Damn,
But
like another
you
game of the
wanna-
year candidate right there. You know, it's
yeah,
crazy
no,
this year.
but with Final Fantasy, like also the other thing is like I didn't want to jump in from Xenoblade. 'Cause I
Xenoblade, yeah.
just finished to another
No,
like
no, I don't blame you at all. I
50
mean,
to 70-hour game,
no, I don't blame
whatever
you at
it's
all.
gonna be. So I'm hoping to get that later, but I did want to check out the demo because it is available and free, and it is gonna
No
get
reason not
that
to, yeah.
carry over that progress. But as far as Diablo goes, it's everything that I was hoped it would be and more. And since it is just starting out, like we're 3 weeks into the game, and we still have a lot to look forward to because we haven't even gotten to season 1 yet. Like they haven't even launched season 1. So there's gonna be seasonal content. Then there's 2 expansions that they're gonna be dropping at some point, and so yeah, it's really been really good. Really having a lot of fun with Diablo, and yeah, like I said, you mentioned to everybody. I don't go on BattleNet all that often, but like everybody in my friends list, like Diablo. I don't see any other games.
Yeah,
It's like Diablo.
Did you guys? I mean, we get Tony. Sorry, in a second. Did you guys see the Halo Infinite news that they're dropping the story?
I don't
cutscenes
even
from the
care.
season?
Like I,
Story.
What was that? No, what was this?
So they're dropping the story cutscenes from the new seasons.
whatever narrative
Oh,
they're
yeah.
supposed to be around the
Fucking annoying.
multiplayer is just completely done.
Were they annoying? I don't know how they were.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
know.
they're annoying. They try to ask you every time you like boot it up to like watch this shit. Now you can press skip, but who cares? It's not Master Chief. I don't care.
So they then so they're
Well, that's why they're
focused-
skipping. Yeah, that's why it's done.
Yeah, they're focused on gameplay and they're cutting the cutscenes.
Fine,
So,
I don't care.
Okay, that's what they're doing. They just don't. They have not enough staff. The layoffs have caused them to refocus their.
And I never watched a single one of them.
You didn't play
unless
the
I
single
like.
player. Like what single player Halos? Did you ever finish the last Halo single player?
I
5?
played Halo Infinite single player.
Oh, okay.
I
You did.
thought it
Did
was
you finish it?
decent. The story, yeah. There was some
Okay.
extra side shit I didn't do, but
That's fine.
I spent time on that.
Like, 'cause
Actually, I
know
played
usually
I played
there's
Halo
just
4
one
single player too,
Okay.
and I played Halo 3s, and that's it.
Okay. All right. All right, Tony. What have you been playing?
Just doing odds and ends in Zelda whenever I feel like it and stuff like that. So I want to say 30 shrines left-ish or something like that, and then finish off one of the
Do you
subsections.
feel like it's like weird that you kind of just fell accidentally backwards into the end, or do you think that you would have preferred to have been like get to the point where it's like you build up to this moment where it takes you away from the open world and you have to like, all right, before you go on, are you sure do you want one of those like Xenoblade moments where it's like
Final Fantasy style. That's what they do.
No.
traditionally.
I like it because it was fine. It's literally just I would have like saved that for a little bit later. Not like I needed to do all the shrines because I didn't do that in Breath of the Wild either. I was just like, okay, you know what?
No, I didn't either.
I'm good
Yeah.
with just going and beating up Ganon for a little bit. But no, it was just one of the things where like I was exploring a section. It was really cool and it was really awesome. I was having fun, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, this feels off. And then like I go through one room and I'm like, okay, this is why it feels off. And it's just like, like there you go. It's like, okay, well, whatever. And that's fine. It happens. I mean, it's one thing because I absolutely could have retreated. I absolutely could have just like reset or whatever like that. But I chose to. I chose not to. Like it's different when like in an RPG like that where it's like there's a point of no return and it's like
right.
It's very different. Like and if you beat the game, like that has repercussions. for better or for worse, there's repercussions for beating that game. Whereas the Zelda, it's like spoiler alert for the beating, but it's just kind of like they don't. It just happens, and it's like okay, you can load the game up again, and you're like oh okay, like, I'll just go back to the shrine.
Do you feel the same urges to play it as you did since rolling credits?
I mean, maybe a little less, but I mean, I also invested like, I mean, I'm 110 hours into it, so it's like one of those things where it's like, I mean, I probably could put another 10, 15. Like, I mean, I'm 90% complete at this point. It's just literally doing like the extra 100% completionist stuff, and that's just for the things I want to opt into. Like, so you'd find like I think 900 Korok seeds or whatever like that, and I'm just like, no. I'm not doing that. I didn't do that for Breath of the Wild. I'm not doing it for this. I know better.
Never got all the Korok seeds last time. I think I did all the shrines.
Yeah.
I think I did all the shrines last game.
Yeah,
I didn't do all the Korok seeds.
Yeah, I want to do all the shrines, and that's fine. And like the item collection, where because there's more collectibles and like rewards for explorations, stuff like that. So that's fine. But you know, the other thing is too is like kind of what I learned from Breath of the Wild is that it's kind of nice to save some of that content for later, because assuming we get DLC for this, and I can't see them not doing DLC for this, I could be wrong, but when Breath of the Wild DLC came out, there was like they gave us extra stuff, including like the master bike or whatever they call it, master cycle, which is a motorcycle, which made, you know, for that game traversal way easy. So I was like, well, shit, you know, I did most of the exploring, so it's like I kind of wish I had saved that, because you know it's just way easier than your horse and stuff like that. So I'm fine with that. You know, it's okay.
Yeah. Churro just commented, I feel like I love exploring too much not to stumble on places that you shouldn't be yet. Open worlds make it easy. Some games yell at you about progression, like Horizon. Yeah, Churro, I mean, open worlds, you know, that's the point of them. Like, you can go wherever you want, whenever you want. But I do think, like Corey's comment of, like, I like that I'm going in the final gambit here. Like, I know where this is. Like, this is defined. Like, saying, hey, this is it. Point of no return. Because even in those games, they usually reload right afterwards, where it, like, just didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, when you finish the credits. And that's what I'm guessing Zelda does.
Yeah,
some of them do.
Yeah. So, except unless it's near. But yes, spoiler alert there. Yeah. So I feel like I do like, you know, I will tell most people I don't like open worlds, that I love open worlds. But you know what I mean? Like, I've said it all the time, but I do love that structure that Final Fantasy has, that, you know, you know where you're building up for. The game even says make sure you've finished your affairs before you go on from this point. And then even then, it usually, like I said, they reload so you can just go back anyways and just continue before that last save. So I'm okay with that in these games. I feel like, I mean, I'm going to be on. Tony's giving me a heads up now, where I'll probably be on the lookout for, like, knowing where I'm going to be at. But depends on how strong I am.
The thing is, like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is actually going to be the final area, because it makes sense from a lot of different standpoints. But literally, this one quest was just like talking about something else. I'm like, okay, well, I'll believe the quest then, or whatever like that. So I just kind of ignored it. But you know, it's whatever.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we have on news? Not much this week. Tomorrow is Nintendo Direct. Very early Direct. It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. I'm guessing, like, we're going to get new details on Pikmin 4.
40 minutes. Pikmin 4 details.
Yeah, focus on titles this year too. More titles launching this year.
Yep, this is what Nintendo does. They just want to give us the rest of the year lineup, which is fantastic. And I heard some spicy rumors.
Okay.
So apparently one of those is going to be a new 2D Mario, but not a new Super Mario Brothers. So, like, not like the Wii and Wii U 3DS. Like, not new Super Mario Brothers.
The ones we were talking about last week.
But a brand new 2D Mario. So that's kind of interesting, because we haven't had one since Wii U, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Wii U or was it Wii then?
Wii U. No, because Wii U has new Super Mario Brother U.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then that just got ported to the Switch. So, I mean, it's been a decade. 2012, that's when it came out. So it's been 10 years since the last, 2D Mario like that. So I think it's about time. And if they're not doing the new Super Mario title, which is like, kind of formulaic at that point, because we had 4 of them. It's like kind of like you had the whole like bop bop bop, whatever, the swinging, whatever. It's like, okay, like it was cool the first time, kind of like all right the second time, third time. It's like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
So hopefully something interesting there. I mean, I'd love to see like more of a hand drawn, artwork. But
you're looking for Super Mario Mania.
I mean, if we're no, not even no. I want just like, if you ever look at the character art for Mario, usually like you'll see like the icon stuff. I would love to just see that animated, because they can do that these days with everything. And you look at something like Guilty Gear Strive, and even though it looks 2D, that's all 3D stuff. But it's commitment. So I don't think we'll get that. Yeah, I don't think we'll get that. But apparently, it's funny because apparently the Sonic, whatever the new Sonic game was, they wanted to go with the hand-drawn style. Then they're like, oh, we just switched to 3D renders and stuff. It's like, somebody's got to do this. So that's fine.
I'm still very skeptical about that because of that. I still think it's going to be a Sonic 4 situation.
I mean, it could be, but the one good thing about it that I did see was it's using the same physics engine
Yeah, that's what they said
as
as Mania.
as Mania, so there's hope. But the other thing was one of the leakers. This is the same, I don't know, insider leaker that was right about something else recently. So people are just taking their word as like pretty close to the truth.
Gospel.
Yeah, exactly. Was we're getting a remake of a Super Nintendo game, right?
Oh,
which could
so
be,
I know what you're talking about.
which could
Did you
be,
see like the tech demo for what they could look like? A little Octopath style.
yeah.
What's the remake?
Well, so the thing is, people went wild with this because that could mean anything. They didn't establish if it was first party or third party or anything like that immediately. So people were like pie in the sky, trending on Twitter, Chrono Trigger, remake and stuff like that, which would be nice. But then I think they came back around and posted a picture of a giant fat Yoshi, which is a character in Super Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Square and
Nick.
Oh, I know.
Nick's ears perked up from nowhere.
Oh, I know.
All of a sudden.
Oh, I know.
Sorry, that's our friends like
if
David
it gets
doing
leaked,
that.
I'm like
Yeah.
tagging him in the Discord as soon as I see it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if we saw that, that'd be cool. If it was Chrono Trigger, that'd be cool too. Part of me is feeling like maybe this person's doing a little misdirection jutsu here, where we're apparently supposed to be getting a Fire Emblem remake of the Super Nintendo title Genealogy of the Holy War. So that was where I went first right away. I was like, oh, it's the Fire Emblem remake. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Less than 24 hours. Why not both, right? Why not both?
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of remakes, they were talking about Final Fantasy. People internally were asking when they were going to do Final Fantasy VI.
Yes,
remake.
yes. Because I would love that too.
So
because
that's cool.
because
I mean,
Final
that's probably the best one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, do that.
That's
Give it duels.
3 over here?
Yes, 3. Half
That
it.
was 3.
So 4 was 2 and 3.
I'm
6
trying to
was
remember.
3.
Yeah, I'm trying. That was awesome, that one. So, all right. What else do we have in the news here? We've got the FTC stuff going on with Microsoft still filing an injunction. They did this last week. I don't think we talked about it last week. To block the Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. They did release more information saying that they felt that Redfall and Starfield being marked as exclusives were further evidence to warrant their
That's so weird. That's so weird because I made that same observation. Especially when we want to bring more games to gamers with Call of Duty. It's like, well, then why the fuck aren't you releasing Redfall and Starfield on PlayStation, motherfuckers?
I mean, they gave Redfall's a mercy.
Redfall is a mercy. Absolutely. Sure. Absolutely.
It's just, I mean, heaven forbid they have any exclusive. They don't have any. So they have a couple. I don't know. The FCTC seems like they have no idea what they're talking about here, but whatever. I don't care that much. It's just what they cite doesn't make sense in the context of what's actually happening. Like, their reasons are weird to me.
I mean, they're talking about not making Activision Blizzard, like they want to make games for everybody, and how that they're buying Activision to help expand their reach for that, and yet their previous purchase is evidence that they're not releasing those exclusively. They're making them exclusive. So I get FTC's point here. I get that point, actually. You see it here. Like, they said it was gonna be for everybody when they were gonna buy it, when they bought what is it called?
ZeniMax?
Bethesda?
Bethesda. ZeniMax is who they bought. Bethesda was the company. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they bought them, they said it was going to be games for all, and those one of the biggest games this year is going to be exclusive to Xbox, and I know that's what they want. Yeah. I mean, obviously, ultimately, that's what Microsoft wants, but just don't say that then, because this is what they said they were going to do, and like Tony had said, you can't do that.
I guess I just come at it from the perspective that there's this whole suite of exclusives for PlayStation that Xbox just will never catch up to. So
but
I think it's odd to say.
They own almost. I'm pretty sure they own more studios than Sony does at this point.
Well, studios that have to make stuff.
They just keep shoveling into the trash bin. So we'll see. You may get a Fable. Who
I mean,
knows?
I am starting to think now that this isn't going to happen. I was firmly in the camp of thinking eventually this will go through. Now I have serious doubts it will. There's enough different,
Fair.
legislations are having real issues with it. So now I'm kind of thinking maybe not.
Yeah. No. All right. Lastly, this is not really much news for Ubisoft making a comment about a Nintendo console. So clarification on this is more about if you read the article, but Ubisoft says it should have held Mario plus Rabbids sequel for Nintendo's next console. Basically, that game underperformed for them pretty badly, and I get it too because I think that was
The
out of the news.
marketing was pretty poor on that.
It was
too,
out of the
like-
news so fast, that game. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
I remember the first one, everybody's raving about how like actually fun that was and great, and I don't know how the second one came out, but I don't even know how the game was. I didn't play it at all, but I know they dropped, like you said, Corey. The marketing was just not great for that game. They were advised from Nintendo to hold that game until the next iteration of whatever the Nintendo was going to bring out, and they just chose to release it anyways. The weird comment though about that would be, how close do you think this console is? Because if Nintendo is advising them to hold that for a couple of years, that was in 2021, was it not? That game 2022. So it's like,
Well,
where are we here? Are we getting a console like announced next year?
we have to. I mean,
Yeah,
that
would be about right then.
It has to
You're not
be.
gonna make somebody. You're not gonna ask a company to say like, "Hey, listen, wait 5 years to release this game." They're not gonna say that. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, if it was in like 2 years, and it probably was within 2 years, Tony, because the chip shortage probably
absolutely.
screwed things up. Yeah.
No, I absolutely guarantee that was supposed to be a new Switch generation or whatever like that. And then they're like, well, you can't source the components; it'd be too expensive. So fuck it, OLED Switch.
OLED Switch. So,
But,
yeah, I mean, interesting to hear. But...
Yeah, I mean, the thing is too, like, I mean, I don't know, people online today have been discussing this, and they're like, but there's like a billion Mario titles. I'm like, yeah, but they're all different. It's like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and stuff like that. And there's outliers, like, they released two Mario parties. But if you look at like Mario Odyssey, I would love a Mario Odyssey 2. That wound up selling like 25 million units, no DLC for it. So they're like, they have ideas because they're just saving for a sequel. And they're just holding it. I expect the 3D Mario, whatever it is, Odyssey 2 or whatever, is probably going to be a launch title, right? Because the thing is, I think with Tears of the Kingdom, like, they're just like, because they've acknowledged they could have released that last year, but it probably would have been buggy. They're like, we're going to polish this for an entire ass year, and we're just going to fucking sell the existing Switch owners, and it's going to be like, probably one of the last big swan songs for the system, right? Because whatever they're releasing up until the next system is probably just gonna be like, smaller, like, B tier franchises, which is fine because, I mean, you've got all the big hitters. You got Mario, you got Zelda, you got Smash Brothers, you got Mario Party, all the sports games, whatnot. So it's like, what else can you release at this point?
Yeah.
Like, what Nintendo title has not been released?
I truly believe Metroid Prime will be on the next console.
I mean, I agree with you, but I believe it's going to be cross-generation. I believe it's going to be cross-generation.
I don't think so.
They would lose. I feel they would lose so much cred if they're like, yeah, Metroid Prime 4 only for the new Switch. I think people would be so fucking pissed, dude.
I just feel like we haven't heard anything because of
No,
it.
dude, Sony didn't even do that.
No,
Sony didn't even do that with fucking Miles Morales. They didn't even do that with
No.
God
Yeah.
of War and Horizon. There's no way Nintendo would do that. There's no way Nintendo would do that with Metroid Prime, in my opinion.
You do
My
know
opinion.
what you're gonna get cross generations. Mario Kart 8 will probably be on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us 9, please. Just give us 9 finally. That game is, how long has Mario Kart been out?
They're still releasing tracks.
Yeah,
They
they're
have
not
a
done.
lot of tracks.
They're not done.
The rest of this year is still going. It's still happening.
Unbelievable. So, all
We'll
right.
find out more tomorrow. I'm sure we'll see the new tracks tomorrow because it's been 3 months or whatever since we saw the last bunch. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, and that's going to wrap up this Gamecast, folks. That covers all the news this week. Once again, we are live on Twitch Tuesday night starting at 8 o'clock. Join us live. Love to hear from you, chat with you while you're on here. We do have all of our content over on YouTube, so subscribe to that channel so you can see everything we got there, watch the videos, the previous stuff. Leave us a comment on anything. We'd love to hear from y'all. And also, I'll give you y'all. Also, leave us, yeah, this is weird. Give us a nice, smash that like button. That's what I was going for, and I gave a y'all instead.
Y'all.
Sorry. Y'all.
Give us a y'all.
Right.
Super
That's gonna
y'all.
wrap up the episode. Thanks for tuning in. Nintendo Direct next week to talk about. See you guys soon. We're out.